Good evening. Today is Thursday, August 27th. My name is Linda Casada.
And I'm Ted Ross, and you're watching Toss That News. In the headlines today, there was a Russian ship that was hijacked off Sweden, and they got it back, but they're suspicious about the cargo. They said they might have some nuclear weapons. Might have had some nuclear weapons on there, or some weapons of some sort. So it's very sensitive items were on there, and they're going to be investigating that. So we'll see about that.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Taiwan is allowing the Dalai Lama to come visit, so they can give comfort and support to the typhoon victims. But China, they're not sure how China is going to react to that, because China and them are supposed to be good friends, but China hates the Dalai Lama.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
because the Dalai Lama was telling them to quit fighting.
Yeah.
During the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they've been beating up all the monks and stuff
Nepal
like
and
that.
all that
Nepal,
stuff.
yeah.
And so Taiwan keeps saying it's not anything political. It's just to have them come comfort these people. So we'll see how that goes. Remember the satellite South Korea shot up?
Yes.
It burned up. It missed its mark and burned up. So they don't have any satellite up there.
I wonder did anybody shoot it down?
Yeah,
Burn it
North
up?
Korea did. Also, Madonna, she was in Europe. This is something that's kind of interesting, I thought. Madonna was in Europe at a concert.
Does she have a house in Europe?
Yeah, but she's doing a tour all around Europe now.
Okay.
So she's doing a tour. She's in Europe. She's in actually Romania. And she stopped the concert and actually said she hates how the gypsies are being treated in Romania. How they're being discriminated against and everything like that. And the whole entire audience booed her.
Yeah.
There's 500,000 plus Romanian. They're actually called Romas there when they're gypsies. They're called Romas, and they're discriminated against and beaten down and everything. So she actually has some gypsies on her dance troupe. So that's why she came out and spoke about it.
Yeah, because the Romas and the gypsies were actually Israelites of the past. Not all of them, but most of them were. And they were persecuted along with that Holocaust. They were talking about the 6 million Jews burned in the Holocaust. Well, a lot of those were people of color. And a lot of them have intermarried. And so they have Negroid blood in them. And they have the Indian blood in them. And they're being persecuted even today.
Yeah.
So that's what that's all about.
Exactly.
I'm glad she spoke out. Dominique
Dunn died.
Oh yeah,
he's 83 years old. Remember, he's the author. His daughter was slain. Remember?
Yeah, she was in the Poltergeist movie because everybody in Poltergeist had a curse or something on them because they would always come up dead. But she was the oldest daughter that was strangled by her husband not long after she did Poltergeist 1. And her father was always in on the OJ hearing.
Yeah,
OJ Simpson
hearing. He was a big reporter on that.
Big commentator on that.
Yeah, exactly. He actually died of bladder cancer. He actually did the same treatment that Farrah Fawcett did over in Europe.
Well, she didn't have bladder cancer.
No, but when the treatment that she had for her cancer over in Europe, he went over there and did the same treatment. They were doing the same treatment. So he died at 83.
It shows you when it's your time to go, you're gonna go.
Yeah, you can't.
83 is that's.
He got his years in.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. X-rays and SCAT scans are now being called to increase cancer risks. So people are having so many X-rays and CAT scans that is it helps. Well,
helps kill you.
Helps kill you, basically. Yeah.
I knew it.
So even with those big old things
I've been saying that for years.
That doesn't help. Those lead.
I've been saying it for years.
Doesn't work. Oh, Lohan, remember?
And what's the deal? Okay, what happens? We've been talking about the dentist the other day, right? So the same thing can happen with them doing X-rays in your head.
Yeah, well, I was just there, and they put that thing on me, and they did 3 X-rays in my cheek.
Yeah, so it caused you to have brain problems or maybe Alzheimer's later on, or Parkinson's, or okay.
Lindsay Lohan's house was robbed. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
There was 3 people that came in. They got video of them. It was 18 to 25. 2 girls, 1 guy, and they got her sex tapes.
Oh.
And as well as some legal documents, but we'll see what happens with that.
Oh, you're gonna be watching on YouTube,
the
internet.
We're gonna see Lindsay Lohan's sex tapes. I don't know if it's gonna be boy or girl with Lindsay, but we'll see. So, since he flies both ways, anyway. A DC woman Okay, this is interesting. So a woman in Washington, D.C., her husband cheated on her. So as punishment, she made him wear a billboard over him and stand on one of the busiest corners in D.C. saying, "I cheated on my wife, and this is my punishment."
Oh, the band gonna be blowing the horn. Boom, 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 boom. That's right, man. What's up? They're gonna be like, oh, happy.
She was
that
trying,
ain't no punishment.
She was trying to humiliate him, but you know.
That is not no punishment, because some women will see that as an opportunity. Like, oh, yeah, I can get him too.
yeah, he's weak, you know. So let's jump on that.
People think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I mean, to the wife, she's like, you know, he should be faithful.
Yeah. Kennedy said, you know, when Kennedy, you know, Ted Kennedy died the other day.
Yeah, the other day you called him President Ted Kennedy.
Yeah, Senator Ted Kennedy. Anyway, so Senator Ted Kennedy, when he was questioned about his sailing on, he left to sail on this boat, you know, and someone asked him, when you go on your boat, do you ever see your brothers? Because he had 3 brothers. He had an older brother, JFK.
When you go on your boat, do you ever see your dead brothers?
Yes, and he said right away, yes, I do.
Well, that probably was a loaded question, because somebody probably already talked to him before and he said that.
Well, they say he talks in codes anyway. You know that Ted Kennedy talks in codes. He'll do fragmented sentences, and it's a code way of doing. You have to interpret his code when he talks, or when he did talk. So
interesting.
He's going to lay to rest next to his brothers on
Probably
Saturday.
the whole Washington D.C. talking code.
Yeah.
Probably all the globalists talking code.
And they're throwing up signs too, just like the gangsters. You know, every sign means something different. In Rhode Island, a 17-year-old boy, you know, went to the beach. You know how you dig a big hole in the beach? He dug a big 8-foot hole, and the hole collapsed on him and buried him.
That can happen?
Yeah. So he got buried, and they had to dig him out real fast and give him an oxygen mask, because his head was like, he was actually under the dirt. His head was under the dirt.
Because the sand is so,
collapsed,
yeah.
And it's not.
But that won't happen with dirt, right? It only happens with sand.
It depends on the dirt, depends on how consistency it is, what the consistency of the dirt is. You know.
Goes my digging.
So they had to dig him out. In Florida, there was a large black bear that they had to capture and move away, because he was a regular visitor of this area and neighborhood, because they had a bird feeder, and he used to raid the bird feeder. So they had to capture him and move him away. And in Colorado, there's another black bear where he was stuck in a pool, and they put a ladder down the pool, and he climbed up the ladder to get out.
Well, you know, I've seen black bears at the zoo, and to me, they seem more antsy than the brown bears. They pace a lot more, and they seem more active. They make a lot of this grunting noise. They're more verbal too. So they appear to be like they're more scarier, versus what the panda bear is supposed to be the most ferocious bear there is.
I know, he looks so cuddly.
And he looks so cuddly, and he doesn't do anything, you know. He's like, oh, they're so cute.
which can tell you a little bit about human beings too. You got to watch out who.
I know.
the sensitive eye one, as you said before.
Yeah. I notice the people with the soft eyes that look like, you know, really, really sad eyes. Those are the people that you have to really watch out for. Yeah. But the ones with the, you know, beady eyes, look like they're scary, like they're mean. They'd be like the nicest people. You just got to get to know them, you know. Yep. So animals and people are similar. Can't judge a book by its cover.
Films this weekend was Woodstock, Final Destination 3. So basically, there's only 2 new movies out this weekend.
Oh, I want to see Final Destination.
I think the first one was great, but the other ones were alright. I guess it's because the first one was an original one. You know, we didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah. Now we know. Okay, now let's see who dies and how they die next. Before it was like, oh, okay, now we get it. You know, the first one was
great. You know, and our life is Final Destination every day. Like the things that you buy, you don't know that thing is going to lead to your death. Yeah. You know, places where you move to, you don't know that you moved there because it's setting you up for your death. Like this lady that went to Rio de Janeiro, she was on that plane crash that happened. That was like this summer. Yeah. Well, she didn't go on a plane. She said she got there an hour late. And so she had to go on the next plane. And she found out when she got back to, I think, Italy, that the plane had crashed. And when the very next day, she got in a car accident and she died. Yeah. So it was just meant for her. She's like, phew, I missed that. And then, you know, she gets to a car accident. A car accident, right. And dies.
You can't avoid that.
You can't avoid it. So your time.
Yeah, when your time or your time, that's it. And so that movie's coming out, but it's in 3D, so it's going to be interesting to see it in 3D. So now they have that new special 3D effects, you know, and so they are supposed to be better than our old 3Ds that we used to watch.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you learned something. I know we did.
This is August 27th, and Toss That News.
Yes. Toss that news.